Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dani, and today you are going to learn how awful I am at describing scents. I'm the person that describes scents like it feels like after it rains, after it hadn't rained for a few months, and it's that first rain, but you're doing laundry at the same time, and you're also eating grapes. Like, I'm that person. Don't ask me how a perfume smells because I'm gonna describe it with feelings and pictures, and it's probably not gonna answer your question. So if that's a type of video and high quality content that you look forward to, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, become a panda, join the Coffee Break with Dani family, where we're full of a bunch of useless facts, emotions, and malarkey. For example, today we're going to talk about my perfume collection. And I wouldn't even call it a collection. I would call it my top favorite perfumes of all time. And because it has to do with the sense, your sense of smell, it is going to be probably a long video. It's probably gonna have a lot of personal anecdotes because don't get me started on memories that involve scent or flavor or taste. Like that's my whole world. Anything that smells or taste or like a flavor, that triggers me. And I go down this spiral of 10 different stories from when I was 9. And so that's probably what this video is gonna be about today. We're going to talk about my current perfume collection, or rather my favorite perfumes of all time. I have them all sitting here on a really beautiful tray. This tray was actually a gift from Perfume, one of the favorite Coffee Break with Dani family members. I have to say it's one of my favorite brands. And so I love to use the stuff they send me. Anyway, so we're gonna get started talking about my perfume collection, my favorite perfumes. Like any and all my videos, all of these will be listed and linked in the description box below, with the exception of one of them. And I feel almost compelled to talk about it first, but I also want to talk about them in my favorite order, like my order of favorites. One of you guys requested this video when I told you that I was feeling a little stale when it came to content on this channel. And the majority of the requests that you guys made were feel-good, old-school type YouTube videos. One of you requested my top favorite lip products, which I just filmed for you guys. One of you guys asked for my current perfume collection, which I'm filming now. And so a lot of the requests, if not the majority of the requests, were those feel-good, old-school type YouTube videos. And if I can't deliver that to you, who am I? I've been on YouTube for what, 7 years? And I think my favorite videos to film are like the top favorite lip colors, my current favorites, my empties. So those oldies but goodies, that classic content that you used to see when YouTube was just being popular, and you would see your favorite beauty influencer either sitting in her closet or on the bed in front, on the floor in front of her bed. And that's what we're gonna talk about here today. One of you guys mentioned that Clean Skin, my holy grail perfume in my previous perfume video, is now your current favorite. So it was like, hey, you mentioned my now holy grail perfume of all time. I need to know what your current favorites are because you may influence me to change up my clean skin routine. So here we go. Like I said, you've been warned, this video is gonna be long. There's gonna be stories attached to everything. And I wanted to kind of preface this story with a description of the type of perfumes that I like. If you go back to an old video of mine where I talked about perfume, I described my fragrance style or type as like fabric softener, clean clothes, like clean laundry, fresh floral, a little citrus. And I think that as I've gotten older, my flavor, my scents, my preferences have changed. I am now more of a warm, musky. I still love the floral. I still love the clean scent, but I'm dipping my toes more into musky, vanilla, caramelly vanilla scents. Like that's more, did I say vanilla twice? I'm pretty sure I did. So that's kind of what you're gonna expect to see in this collection. I really wish I was like the sexy, musky, patchouli girl. You know, I really wish I was that girl that could pull off Flower Bomb. I really wish I was that girl that could pull off, what's that? The Bow perfume. I don't remember who makes it, but it's a Bow and it smells like sexual candy. I wish I was that girl that could pull those off. I'm not. I learned that the hard way. When I was in my late teens, early 20s, the hot girl perfume was Red Jeans by Versace. Y'all, I would save every penny. I would go down to this perfume bodega that was in a sketchy part of town, and they only sold testers there. So you wouldn't get the original packaging, you wouldn't get the lid on the perfume, but rumor had it that these were more potent, they were stronger because they were the testers that they would send to department stores. And so you wouldn't get a lid, you wouldn't get packaging, and they would be cheaper than, you know, going into a department store. You know, you could get a higher end product at a really cheap price, but you'd have to go in a sketchy part of town. You'd have to, you know, be happy with the product that didn't have a lid, packaging, or anything, and you have to pay cash. Anyway, I should probably cut out that story. I don't live there anymore, okay? You can't find me. So I learned the hard way that I cannot, my body chemistry and I think my personality and style, yet I just can't pull off the sexy, sultry, sexual candy scent. You know, that's just not me. It's never gonna be me. It's never gonna work. When Sephora does the perks where they send you a half an ounce or whatever of Flower Bomb from Viktor and Rolf, I always get it because I think maybe something's changed in my body. I spray it and I'm like, I'm not that girl. Like, I'm not that girl. So if you're not that girl, and you're the fresh, the floral, the don't take yourself too seriously, I just wanna smell clean but a little flirty, these might be some perfumes that are right up your alley. So thank you for allowing me to do that 10-minute introduction to a video that's probably gonna be 100 minutes long. So let's go in order of my current favorite to my current least favorite, but it's still on the tray, so it's not my least favorite. I don't not like it. Anyway, first favorite is the Lake & Skye 1111 Eau de Parfum. I'm gonna mention a couple of really important facts, and you're gonna see me looking at my phone a lot because I took notes for this video because I knew that describing this as walking out of the ocean with wavy hair was not gonna cut it for some of you guys. So this one only comes in one size. It also comes in a body oil and a candle and a roll-on oil. I actually learned about this perfume with my friend Vero. We went to Credo and we both bought the oil rollerball. Never in the history of ever has an oil rollerball been so oily and so messy. So much so that I threw it away. It was a nightmare. It was runny, it was leaky, it was drippy, it stained my clothes. It was a nightmare. And I was devastated because I loved the way it smelled. Well, when they launched their actual perfume, now this is not an eau de toilette, it's not a lesser concentration, it's a parfum, which means it has a higher concentration of fragrance. I knew I had to order it. So on a whim, I ordered it online from Ulta.com. It is $98, but it is from a cruelty-free, vegan, and non-toxic beauty brand. So I know there's a lot of hype around what non-toxic means and if it's all fake and if it's all trickery and just a way to steal your money. Maybe, I don't know, but it is $98. It's 1.7 ounces, which means you are paying, let me check my notes, $58 per ounce. So it does run on the pricier side. Now, the notes for this are marine, amberwood, white musk, and driftwood. This is what the bottle looks like. It comes in insane packaging. It looks like a book. It is really luxurious, but you throw it away. So you're not gonna bribe me with fancy packaging. Okay, maybe you will, but the best way I could describe it is it's a perfume that men and women could both use. It would be the way that it smells like ocean, but like a powdery ocean scent. You smell clean, but you also smell organic. You smell like you enjoy being outside. So it's going to be like your scent, but better. It is not a fragrance that changes throughout the day. The way that it stays on you or smells on you is the way that it's going to smell. It's not one of those perfumes that throughout the day changes the way it smells. It's not one of those. And then the last thing that I wanted to tell you guys about this one is the lasting power. It's not very good. Even if you spray it on your clothing, I would say 4 to 5 hours max is the lasting power for this one. So although it is my current favorite, the price point versus the lasting power, it's a little sketchy, but I do love it. And it's Ulta, so Ulta gives you amazing rewards and points, and get it when fragrance is 5-time points, or they're giving a tote or a blanket or a robe. Y'all, my favorite robes of all time are from Ulta. So Mother's Day is around the corner. I think it's in May. Maybe you want to get that perfume because you know they're going to be doing 5-time points and a gift with purchase. Moving on to my number 2. I'm pulling up my notes here. We're going to talk about an $18 perfume from Gourmand Fragrance. It is from, you guys ready for this? It's from Urban Outfitters, and it's this little. They have, I think, 6 or 7 different scents. They have a matcha, they have a coconut milk, they have a bunch of different scents. They're all natural-esque sounding. My favorite one is Pistachio Brulee. Y'all, I also discovered this with my friend Beto. Interesting. She's like my perfume angel. So this is 1 ounce and it's $18 for 1 ounce. So you're paying $18 for an ounce. The brand is cruelty-free, and the notes are described as vanilla mousse, pistachio, and vanilla bean. For me, the lasting power on this directly on my skin is maybe 4 or 5 hours. However, if I spray it on my clothes, which I do often and I do a ton of, it does not damage my clothes. I know a lot of alcohols are like a little sketchy or they stain. It hasn't damaged my clothes. It doesn't leave that splash mark. Have you guys ever used a perfume that has like a really high oil concentration and then you have the spray? It doesn't leave a spray mark. If you spray it on your clothes, it will last all day. I won't wash my clothes. I'll hang it back up in the closet and I'll take it out to use it a second time on a different day, and it still smells really good. So I don't know if you can really beat an $18 perfume when it's $18 an ounce. Like this one here was what, $55 an ounce? It's still a significant price gap. Moving on to my number 3 is this one. And this one I was a little worried to mention because whether or not Huda Beauty is cruelty-free is up in the air. It's a very big gray area. It hasn't been addressed. I was under the impression they were cruelty-free. Rumor has it that they're not, so they haven't actually said yes or no. So I still wanted to talk about it because it's actually on my perfume tray, but that'll be a decision that's kind of up to you. So this is the Huda Beauty Kayali Vanilla 28. This is also a parfum. It's not an eau de toilette. And it's $118 for 3.4 ounces. This bottle is the big bottle. It's the 3.4 ounces, which means you're paying about $35 an ounce. That's twice as much as this one. And this is what the bottle looks like. This brand also has, I think, 4 other scents. One's a citrus, one is, I think, a rose, and they're all categorized with like a very unique labeling system down here. I know the 28 means something. They all have a number that all means something. Do I know what it is? No. Did I go that far into my research? No, ma'am. But if you wanted to know the notes on here, it is described as a creamy jasmine, rich vanilla, musk, amber patchouli, and brown sugar. The lasting power on this sucker is nuts. If you don't want to smell like vanilla the whole day, do not buy this perfume. However, if I were to describe this as a vanilla perfume, in my mind, I think amber, and I'm like, ugh. Like, I think the scent of vanilla has a cheap connotation to it. You feel like it's gonna smell cheap or it's gonna smell gross. But if I were to describe it, to me, vanilla comes in 2 scents. You have vanilla extract, which is fake. It's synthetic. it's cheap, it's alcohol-y, and then you have like a Madagascar vanilla bean, which is like creamy and sweet but smooth. That's what this smells like. Like vanilla's older, classier sister with like a PhD that knows how to use silverware properly. How many people am I gonna offend with this video? So the lasting power is magical. But my favorite thing to do with this perfume is to layer it. Now, this on its own is a very strong, sweet scent. It smells amazing. You need 1 or 2 spritz of this grown-up vanilla scent. But when you layer it with something like this, sweet baby Jesus, it smells amazing. These two together, they should mix these two together and bottle it. It smells amazing. Oh my God, you smell pretty, you smell smart, you smell professional, you smell delicious, you smell sexy. It's like the perfect layering of fragrances. And when I was looking up like the ounceage and price and all of that stuff on this, on the Sephora's website, I started to read the comments, and one of the #1 comments that was on there was, great for layering. It is a great layering fragrance. And I was like, I'm not crazy. Maybe a little bit, but I was like, oh wow, it's super cool. It's kind of cool when you find those commonalities, you know, like where you think about it and you're like, should I tell anyone, or is that gonna make me sound bananas? And then someone else mentions it and you're like, oh God, I'm not crazy, that's awesome. Moving on to my holiday gift guide recommendation. This is You by Glossier. The reason that I mentioned this in my holiday gift guide, 1 was because I love it. 2 is because it's one of those perfumes that no matter what your taste and fragrance is, you're gonna love it. Now this is 1.7 ounces. It is $60. So that means you're paying $35 per ounce. So that's still twice as much as this. In fact, if it's $35 per ounce, that's the same price as this one. And it's from Glossier. Now keep in mind, Glossier is a non-toxic beauty brand. It is cruelty-free. They do use healthier ingredients. But if that doesn't matter to you, that didn't matter anyway. The way that they describe the scent is, it's really funny. They describe it on the website, but they don't go into detail because the selling point of this fragrance is it's gonna smell like the best version of you. So when I put it on, when Sam puts it on, when my bonus babies put it on, it's gonna smell different on all 4 of us. It won't smell the same on any 2 people. It takes your body's chemistry and it makes you smell like you. The best version of you. However, they did have a few notes on the website that said earthy, pink pepper, fresh, and the scent doesn't change. So the way that you put it on is the way that it's always gonna smell on you, no matter how much time has gone by or what you've done throughout the day. The lasting power on this one, however, I would say 4 to 5 hours, and it doesn't stay on my clothes. So even if I put it on my clothes, the scent does not stay. So for $35 an ounce, which is a luxury priced fragrance, I would say maybe stick with a more affordable version. But if it's for a gift, like take the risk, go out on a limb and buy this because like I said, it makes everyone smells like the best version of themselves. A perfume that I refuse to let go of, despite it being insanely overpriced, having horrible lasting power, and I believe not being cruelty-free, is Jo Malone's Wild Bluebell. I went into Nordstrom a few years ago and I was looking to buy a gift. And me looking to buy a gift for someone turned into me buying this gift for myself. I think I don't remember if I was already here in Dallas or I was still in San Diego, but I remember the associate at Nordstrom that just worked the Jo Malone counter was a freaking expert of the universe on fragrances. I learned so much from him in like those 20 minutes that I was there. He introduced me to this. It is considered a cologne. I don't know what the difference is between perfume or cologne or why the name difference is there, but I can't even describe the scent to you. If I were to describe it in my vernacular, in like my creative troll went to a rave riding a rainbow unicorn, the way that I could describe it is It's flirty, it's fun, you smell smart, you smell clean, but like you don't take yourself too seriously. That's the best way that I can describe it. It is insanely overpriced. The lasting power on skin is very poor. However, if you spray it on clothes, it lasts all day. And if you layer these two together, it smells even better. So like I said, this one with the vanilla or with wild bluebell, this guy, man, it's like vanilla ice cream. He plays well with everyone. He gets along with everyone. He smells good all the time. Doesn't matter if you didn't want to shower. He's always going to make you smell good. He's not going to let you down. And he's $18. And this is the best part. Urban Outfitters has a 30% off sale pretty often. Buy 3. Thank me later. Anyway, back on this. It is described as fresh floral, bluebell flower, persimmon, white musk, and lily of the valley. So like I said, lasting power, maybe 3 hours on your clothes forever until you wash your clothes again. So if you don't mind spraying it on your clothes, obviously not silk or satin, it'll be worth it. But other than that, I'm like, $140 for 3.4 ounces comes out to be $41 an ounce. This is the most expensive one that we're talking about here. Actually, you know what? No, this one is. Wow. Why is it that the most expensive ones have the worst staying power? Interesting. Moving on to the good old OG classic favorite, Holy Grail. This is my #1 favorite perfume ever. I found this because I used to get a PR box from Derm Store. It was one of those online shopping markets where they carry a ton of skincare and beauty brands. I don't remember if it was Derm Store or another one based in the UK. Anyway, they sent me a goodie box mixed with a bunch of stuff. This was in there. And I was like, clean skin? How do you smell like clean skin? This is weird. And I was like, oh my God, I want to smell like this for the rest of my life forever. Like if you could get a tattoo of a perfume, this would be the tattoo I would get. So Clean Reserve is the brand. They no longer look like this. They completely rebranded, changed the name of the brand. They changed their packaging. Here, it was just called Clean. People had a hard time with it for some reason, so they changed it to Clean Reserve. And then they have like Clean Rain, Clean Skin, Clean Beach, or whatever. They're all very simple fragrances. Now, let me look at my notes here. This one here is 2 ounces. It's $74, which comes to $37 an ounce. So kind of reasonable maybe for like a luxury product. It is cruelty-free, vegan, no parabens, no sulfates. It's eco-conscious packaging. So when you get the newer one, it comes in like biodegradable packaging, very minimal packaging. The way that it's described is delicate, bare skin, warm and sweet, musk and salted praline. So the lasting power of this, it's all day. From the moment you put it on until you go take a shower, it lasts all day. It is magnificent, the amount of staying power that it has. It is magical. Every time that I'm at an airport and I'm wearing this, I get asked, what are you wearing? Someone will stop me and ask me what perfume I'm wearing. And the very first time that someone asked me, I said, oh, it's Clean Skin. And I was like all excited because I love when people ask me for like beauty stuff, you know, or like, where are your shoes from? I'm like, oh girl, they're this brand, you know, like I'm the one that loves to share. So they asked me, what perfume are you wearing? And I was like, oh, Clean Skin. I'm like super excited. And she was like, I could see the expression on her face where she wanted to cuss me out. And I was like, no, I'm sorry. The brand is Clean. The perfume is called Skin. And she was like, oh, okay. I thought you were being smart with me for a second. And I was like, no. I'm sorry. It's a purple bottle. I pull out my phone and I go to the Sephora website. I'm like, look, it's this one. And she's like, oh, okay, wow, man. She's like, you never know with people at airports now. And I was like, no. I'm the girl that's gonna tell you the size of my shoes, the brand, where you can get it. I'll send you a coupon code, you know, like I want us to match and be twins. And so I felt awful, but every time I wear this perfume at an airport, every time I get asked, for some reason, people notice it. And it's not offensive, you guys. It's not insanely strong or potent or spicy. It just makes you smell like the best version of you, almost. It's kind of similar to this one, but it smells different, if I could say that. Moving on to this one, and I was hesitant to include this one, but if I didn't, it wouldn't be honest. This is what's on my tray, and I have 6 backups of this in my backup cabinet in my bathroom. This is Urban Decay's Go Naked Roller Ball, Oil Roller Ball. Regular price was $24. It has since been discontinued, but rarely on occasion, Nordstrom Rack or Hautelook will have it for $12, which is when I stock up. If you've ever if I've ever asked you to engage the safe zone filter, the judgment free zone, this is gonna be one of those occasions. This is my nighttime perfume. When I wanna go to bed and I'm putting on like my unscented body lotion so that I don't get itchy, and when I'm putting on my compression tank so that my loins don't hurt, my loins, what is this, a romance novel? My flanks. And you know, I'm putting on my granny jammies. I still want to smell pretty. And so for me, this perfume is what I put behind my ears and on the back of my neck. I just do a little swipe, swipe, swipe. And it's the perfume that I like to use. I feel like it's my signature scent when I'm asleep or when I wake up. It makes me feel pretty. And it was something that wasn't important to me until we moved in together. Me and Parker moved in together. We blended families. Now you have that sense of, you know, wanting to smell good for your partner, wanting to always have them know you're around, feel good about yourself. And for me, a lot of my feelings and memories are scent triggered. So if I'm getting ready for bed and I know my hot fiance is gonna be laying next to me, I wanna make sure I smell good. And with my granny pajamas and my unscented oatmeal, steroid-free body lotion, that's not gonna cut it, you know? So this roller from, Urban Decay is my favorite. When I heard it was discontinued, I was devastated. I mean, I angry tweeted about it. But it does come back and it lasts for a long time. The website describes it as orange blossom, lavender, bergamot, neroli oil, musk, and jasmine. It kind of smells like pretty, clean at the ocean, if I could describe it. It's like tanning oil, ocean air, a little salty, crisp citrus, but with a little bit of musky sweetness to it. So it's not overpowering. You put it on the back of your ears, and unless you're really close to someone, you're not gonna be able to smell it. So it is a very faint, delicate scent. Very clean smelling, you guys. We're almost done. We have one more, and I'm excited that my video is not gonna be an hour long. This is very exciting. It's great news. The last one, if I said I wore it often, I would be lying, but I always keep it on hand because if I ever need to slap myself into hotness reality, this is the perfume that I whip out. This is the perfume that described my life when I was single in my early 20s. Never have I gotten as much attention from the opposite sex like I do when I wear this perfume. It is very strong. It is not subtle, but it is very bright. It is vibrant. It is like, it's like shocking, you know? It's a happy perfume. You're not gonna go by unnoticed. If you don't like attention, do not get this perfume. This is the Chance by Chanel in the Eau Fraiche variety. My friend Sam, her holy grail perfume is the Eau Tundra the tender smelling one. It's the pink one. This is the greenish yellow looking one. So Chanel is a very expensive fragrance. It's an expensive brand altogether, and it's one of those brands that's always excluded from coupons from Ulta, Sephora. You're never gonna get it at a discount. If you do, it's probably a knockoff or like a forgery item. And so you're gonna pay full price for it. But this is one of those where if you're looking for a man, I know that's bad advice, you're gonna like this perfume, go get a sample at Sephora. I don't like to portray myself as that girl that was chasing boys, because I wasn't. In fact, I was the girl that was like, I had no idea when someone was hitting on me. My mom would be like, Daniela, pon atención, mira, está de coqueto contigo, like he's flirting with you. And I'm like, where? I don't notice, you know? Whoop! That was me. That still is me. Park will be like, God, that guy's so rude, like he's looking at you, whatever. And I'm like, which guy? There's a guy. Anyway, so if you're that girl that's a little space cadet-y with stuff like that, this brings them to you. Anyway, for me, it just has a lot of really good memories when I was learning about myself and learning what I wanted, what I didn't want, what I thought I wanted, and I was totally wrong. When I would learn life's lessons the hard way. This is what that reminds me of. So when I want to feel that joy of when I was that age and I was so carefree and I had very little responsibilities and I felt hot and like I was unstoppable and the world was mine, I love to put this on because it transports me to that place in time where life was really easy and I made really bad choices. Anyway, it smells, I guess I should tell you how it smells. It smells, it's described as fruity floral, citron, jasmine, and teak wood. But like I said, it is fantasy. It is vibrant. It is a happy perfume. Like, it's gonna get you noticed. And then the other thing that you wanna consider, it's $115 for the big bottle, which brings it to about $34 an ounce. So it's not one of the most expensive ones that I've talked about, and it is a Chanel product, so I don't know if that is a selling point. But if none of that is a selling point, this will be. The lasting power on this perfume is ridiculous. You could put it on, shower, get out of the shower, and you still smell like it. So I have to give it to Chanel and their formulary or whoever does it, their chemist, because the lasting power on this perfume is insane. It's absolutely phenomenal. So that is my perfume collection. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do not reshare my story about my red jean phase. Please do not judge me for having 6 backups of this $12 rollerball. And you were to say, all right, Dani, we get it. You like products. You named 8 perfumes. What are your top 3? That would be a really hard choice because, like I said, I have a nighttime perfume. Like, who am I? Who do I think I am? I'm Mariah Carey? Like, do I have a perfume peasant put it on for me? No. So I am ready to let go of this once it's no longer available. I'm mentally prepared. I know it's obnoxious and I don't need a nighttime perfume. So if I were to say my top 3 favorites right now, given price, you know, taking price into consideration, lasting power, possibilities of sales and any of that stuff, I would definitely say my number 1 is my $18 Pistachio Brulee from Urban Outfitters. My number 2 would probably be this one because one spritz on its own makes me smell sweet and delicious and yummy, but combined with this one, it makes me feel like fun and pretty and smart. And then probably my tried and true oldie but goodie Clean Skin. Remember, it's gonna look totally different. It's rebranded, the packaging is different. It's not gonna look like this, but it's still the same product. So those would probably be my top 3. I can't sensibly now in, you know, my age and 4 kids and sick dogs and all the medical bills and all that stuff, it's really hard for me to, justify the price point of these two, not because they're expensive, but because they're expensive and the lasting power is so poor. So that troubles me a little bit. And then with the other ones, like this is a memory from the past. You know, I thanked it, I moved on, I learned my lesson, but this isn't necessarily me anymore. And then I love this one, but I don't reach for it as often as I do the other ones that I mentioned. But like any and all my videos, all of the perfumes that I mentioned will be listed and linked in the description box below of this video. I would love to know what your #1 holy grail favorite perfume of all time is. I would like to know, especially if you are in the same family scent group. Like if you like to smell fresh, floral, flirty, and citrusy, detergenty-ish, let us know. Do you like to smell like a tanning oil? Because I love that scent. Let us know what your favorite is in the comment section below. If you had fun, if you had a good time, if some of these are your favorites, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, become a panda so you don't miss a post. So you don't miss a post and you can say hi to my dogs in every video. Anyway, you guys, I love you so much, and you know what to do. If you found this video useful, entertaining, and learned something, please give me a thumbs up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You want to say hello? You want to say hello because you're naked? Why you're so naked? Why you're naked? You're the airplane? Is it an airplane? Do they know we're filming? Like, how dare they need to take a flight right now when Mama's filming, right? Tell all your friends. If you found this video useful, entertaining, no seas grosera, look at them over here. If you found this video useful, entertaining, and learned something, please give us a paw up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, this coffee break is over. Bye guys! Oh my goodness, you too? Oh my goodness, you too? Oh, you're so loud with your jingle bell. You're so loud with your jingle bell. Where are you? Come here. Come here, jingle bell. Come here, jingle bell. Want to say hello to your friends? You want to say hello? Diles bye-bye. What's your favorite perfume? Huh? What's your favorite cologne? Do you use Parker's cologne? You like Parker's cologne? Parker's cologne? Oh my goodness. Dolce & Gabbana, the classic that comes in the navy blue velvet box. You're welcome. Buy it for your man. Thank me later. Hop up. I'm gonna go put some on you, on your sweater, so you can smell delicious. Can you please pay attention to me? You stop ignoring me. Please. Hey, I love you. I do, my handsome boy.